What's up, everyone? This is Edric Snow, and once again, joining me today, we have the Clanking Dragon.
Yo, what's up, everybody? We're back again with another episode.
Today, we're going to be discussing and sharing our thoughts on Unbowed and Unbent, the fifth episode of House of the Dragon Season 3.
If you haven't done so already, make sure to check out our last video where we go over episode 4.
All right, let's get into it. So, I think this episode is one of the stronger ones of the season so far, and I think I would probably put it at number 2 behind Queen's Landing,
Okay.
which was the second episode. And I think I would rate it that high because we kind of got like a little bit of everything, and there wasn't really anything jarring to complain about, in my opinion. What about you?
Yeah, I liked it. I think it was just like an elevated version of episode 4. I feel like in episode 4, a lot of things were happening, but at the same time, it kind of felt slow. But this time, there were a lot of moving pieces that were actually like getting shit done. So I liked it. I feel like it's a really good setup.
I feel like the plot really progressed with this episode, and I mean, we even got like a little bit of action with Aemond at Harrenhal, and somewhat with the Go Cloaks, if you want to consider that action. But I feel like the dialogue was really strong in this episode, from everyone to Ormond and Daeron to Rhaenyra and Daemon, Mysara and Alicent, Criston and Gwaine. Like, there was a lot of good dialogue this episode.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, let's start things off in the Riverlands. So Criston is kind of delaying the inevitable, right? He knows that his army doesn't stand a chance versus the Rivermen because they just don't have the numbers to face them head on. So he decides to engage in guerrilla warfare, which is probably like one of the smarter things that he could do in his position. And they see some success with it. You know, they seem to be like one step ahead of them at first. They managed to slow them down a little bit. But the thing about this type of warfare is that you can only keep it up for so long. And I think we can agree that it's not looking good for Criston, especially the way, I mean, he knows it himself. But how do you feel about that pivot to like sabotage and kind of annoying the Rivermen, slowing them down, hit and run?
No, I mean, I liked it. I think it was a good move. I mean, you can tell that Criston Cole is like a seasoned fighter. It's crazy that he's been low-key outsmarted by Oscar Tully, though, who let, a bunch of horse traps and, had them going on foot and ultimately had them behind. But my favorite part about like their entire sequence was definitely, Gwaine Hightower slowly realizing that Cole is just trying to die.
So this whole time he was kind of like, I mean, you're crazy, but we can kind of make this work.
Right.
And he's like, oh, that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah. It finally clicked in his head. And speaking of the dialogue, I mean, when Criston was going off about like how he wants songs written about him and that even Queen Alicent can hear it, and like how he's gonna have a glorious death, like, that was a great speech. It's fucking hilarious. So I liked it. I like I said, I think Gwaine's reaction throughout the entire thing was my favorite because I kind of already knew that, Criston Cole was on a path of death. Like, he's just like, yo, let's just get it over with.
Yeah, I mean, I really like that they added this. I feel like it added a lot of like meat on the bone as far as like Criston's character arc went. Because if he just kind of ran into his death without this episode, it kind of would have felt a little bit empty to me.
Yeah, I mean, you needed to see that moment happen, especially like having Gwaine as like the viewer, right? Like, he offered him a job. He's like, hey, okay, let's go to Tumbleton then. Like, he just already implied like, hey, like, this is already like, this is not going to happen. So let's just go home, call it a day, right? But no, I mean, Criston's like, no, this is it. This is the end of the line for me. There is no going home. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like that they went that direction because, well, in Fire and Blood, Criston actually does want to ride south to join up with Ormond, but I kind of really like what they're doing here because Criston has been serving the Highborn his entire life, and it's been great for his career because he's risen pretty far up, but it's kind of like slowly killed who he was as a person.
Yeah,
and I think it's only natural that he would want to go out on his own terms. And not because some lord told him to do so, because that's eventually what would have happened. He would have just served Ormond, and Ormond probably would have put his ass right back on the front lines, and he would have died for him.
Yeah, no, it's like you said, he goes out on his terms, and when he was giving his own speech, he was even talking about like, I am the greatest warrior in the Seven Kingdoms. Like, he's like, dude, I'm him. Like, nobody can take me.
He's hyping himself up.
Yeah.
he needed a hype man right there, but he didn't have one. But that's why he needed to be his own.
Exactly. He was just like, nah, like people are gonna sing songs about me. Like that's how crazy I am. So yeah, I mean, you definitely needed that scene. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen with his storyline.
If you were him, would you have accepted Gwen's offer or not
Hell
really?
yeah. I mean, I wasn't trying to die. Yeah, dude, I'll go chill in Old Town with you. Like, it's fine. Gwen looks like a little baby, you know? Like, I don't know. I can't take him too serious.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Criston at this point, he's done with the High Lords of Westeros.
Yeah.
Like even from the beginning, how things went down with Rhaenyra, regardless of how you feel about how that went down, to
Mhm.
him, he was spurned, right?
Right.
And then Alicent, Alicent never really spurned him, but he probably knew in his mind that it was never going to go anywhere, at least the way that he wanted it to be, because
Right.
they were never going to end up together. He's the Lord Commander of the Kingsguard, and she's the Queen Dowager. Like that
Right.
was never going to happen.
The
He
forbidden
was never going
love.
to be able to, fall in love and run away with her.
Of course, yeah.
So at this point, he's just like, do I really want to start over somewhere else in Old Town?
Yeah. It's like I've seen enough. Let's call it. Let's call it here.
Yeah, like I might as well try to go down in the history books at this point.
Yeah. I mean, bro, that's the kingmaker right there. He did go down in the white book. So
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean, Jamie talks about him.
yeah,
I forgot in which book specifically, but he does go down in history as like one of the
one of the
well,
greats.
yeah, one of the greats. Regardless of how you feel about him, right? Because I see online he's been getting a lot of shit, but
Yeah.
if you read Fire and Blood, George himself writes him as him. Like
Yeah.
he
Like the
he beats
warrior.
Damon. Yeah, he beats Damon. He beats the Cargo twins. He beats Harwin strong. He kills Joffrey Lonmouth in Attorney. Like
Yeah.
he's him. So
Yeah.
it wasn't just coming out of his ass.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm excited to see how his story continues this season.
Yeah, it's probably not going to end the way he wanted to, but he was still him for that short amount of
Yeah.
time that
I hope you enjoyed
that
it.
he was alive.
But on that note, we can pivot to Harrenhal, where pretty much Aemond and Alice were dealing with a montage of bandits coming to claim his head. It's like every
Yeah.
20 minutes it was a different, maybe some Ironborn. One of them called her like one of them was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make you my soul wife."
Yeah, I kind of like that the news kind of like reached like every corner of the realm.
Right. Yeah, they came from different angles, from like the sea, from from the King's Road, from everywhere. So, what did you think about when Alice summoned all the bats and like scared them away?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was pretty cool. I'm not really sure what it is she did to do that, but I
Right.
do think it's like under the realm of possibility for like as far as like a Song of Ice and Fire, Game of
Mhm.
Thrones. So, but I can't really like pinpoint exactly what it was that she did to do that, but
Right.
it's cool that she did it.
Some sort of old god magic, I'm sure.
They like tried to incorporate some form of magic because at the end of the day, this is a fantasy series,
Right.
and sometimes the shows forget about that. So I'm happy that they leaned into that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, typically it's more on the low fantasy end, right? I mean, but in the main series, I mean, like the Faceless Men, like that's pretty intense, right? And
Yeah, I
like,
mean, change faces.
yeah, the Lord of Light, like, it's all relative, but I feel like it's some sort of old god magic. And we see Aemond going sleeping on the weirwood bed, right? Having his trippy visions of Aegon coming and pulling him down into the earth.
Yeah, he's going through his own sort of like Damon experience
Hmm.
from last season.
Yeah. No, I'm surprised that we're not getting like his direct insight on it. Like we're just seeing him wake up and like kind of trip out, and then be like vulnerable and sad. I thought it was hilarious that he was complaining about Aegon being loved by Alicent more, and then Aegon was complaining about Aemon being loved more, and then in reality it was just like, nah, Alicent
Yeah, you know what that
just
means, right?
yeah. It was Selena, I
It
guess.
was a shitty mother to both, basically.
Yeah, it was Selena, bro. That's the favorite.
Yeah, I mean, this wasn't the first time we've seen Aemon vulnerable because we've seen him vulnerable with Sylvie.
Right.
But I think, to me at least, that was a little different because, he's been seeing Sylvie for a while,
Hmm.
but Alice is, like he just met Alice. So I was kind of a little bit surprised to see him break down like that.
Hmm.
And I mean, as like the pride of Team Green, the writer of Vagar reduced to that state was just like a little bit surprising.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you got to think about it like this though. Like even Damon was like tripping hard. Like I guess he wasn't as vulnerable as Aemond is, but he's still like, he was still trying
Yeah,
to
he's
function and
still
power through, but it's like it's true that Harrenhal really like saps the life out of you. Um
yeah. And what do you think about him saying like or telling Alice that without Vagar he's nothing? Because I don't necessarily agree with that.
Nah, I mean he's a great warrior, bro. I guess it's that Vagar is literally the biggest dragon, and he is like literally the biggest nuke, the superpower of the world. Without her,
Yeah.
he's just like another guy. Like, bro, if fucking Ulf White pulls up in Silverwing, he's cooked. You know?
Yeah, that's crazy to think about.
Yeah, Ulf White could beat your ass. You don't have Vagar. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. I just think that it probably takes him back to his childhood, like that dark place when at that point he was the only one without a dragon and he was like questioning his worth. So
Yeah.
he probably still hasn't like really gotten over that because, Eamon is supposed to be like what, 16, 17 at this point.
Yeah.
So he's not exactly like his brain's not fully developed, right? Like he's still got some shit to work through.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you think about the fact that Vagar was kind of like off on her own, burning different towns, different villages? I mean, I know she has to eat, so it was probably a little bit of that, but in the books they kind of do that together, Aemond and
Yeah.
Vagar.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that change?
I actually like it. That way we give Eamon time to be his most vulnerable self with Alice and kind of, surrender to whatever it is that she's got going on. So yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
like it. I like the change, and like they're hunting Vagar themselves. Like while they're walking around, you see a paw print of Vagar kind of being there. Like she's out hunting, but I feel like we'll probably see her like next episode or episode 7, the latest. Like before the finale, they're gonna be reunited, I'd assume.
So you think before the season ends, we'll see them together terrorizing the Riverlands?
Yeah, dude, and I feel like he might even take like Alice for a ride.
You want to see what I could do?
Hey, check this out. Did
Yeah, I
Damon
mean,
show you this?
yeah, I mean, I think Aemon is one of those characters that should remain evil. So I'm hoping he could like recover from whatever he's going through and get back to being like that Aemon One Eye
Right.
that we know and love.
The menace to society.
And for the most part, like the show has been able to flip that switch. So like for example, like what I was referring to with Sylvie in the previous season, like he was vulnerable and then like, he snaps a finger and he's back to being like a psychopath.
Yeah, he like just gets up and he's like, I'm done with her. You guys can have her. Like, oh, okay, brother.
Yeah, so I think I hope it's a little bit of that because I need to see Aemon be like
Yeah.
like I need to see that evil side of Aemon.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
Yeah. So on that note, let's move on to King's Landing, which has a lot of moving parts. But let's start off with Alicent and Helena. So last episode, we learned that Helena's pregnant, presumably with Aegon's child. We don't really know the when and the how, but in any case, she's pregnant, and this opens up like a whole new kind of worms. Because if that newborn child turns out to be a boy, then he could be a threat to Rhaenyra's claim. So Alicent tries to give her some moon tea so that the child could be aborted, and they could avoid whatever trouble may come from it. But yeah, before we go any further, how do you feel about her rejecting the moon tea?
I mean, dude, it doesn't surprise me, right? I feel like Helena doesn't really have any sense of control in her life. She, it kind of trips me out whenever she's like, I want to leave this room. Like she said that like 3 times, and I'm just like, hey, like guys, maybe you guys should let her out of this room. Like, what?
Yeah, let her get some air. Let her touch some grass.
Yeah, like what's going on here? But no, it doesn't surprise me at all that she doesn't want to take the moon tea. She doesn't want to like run away either and leave her daughter behind as a hostage. So yeah,
Crazy,
I mean,
right? Alicent is willing to do that, but she isn't.
Yeah,
that's a crazy concept.
Yeah, well, we know Alicent isn't the best role model here,
Yeah, so I'm not sure if you tuned into the behind the scenes from episode 4, but Fia Sabin, the actor that plays Helena, said that the character feels powerless in her own life, like you were saying. So I think that her pregnancy is something that she can actually claim as hers. And basically, she decided that no one gets to take that choice away from her, at least not under her own free will.
Yeah, no, I mean, I like that for her character, and I like Helena in general. Like, I like what they've been doing with her. I mean, I'd like her to get some more lines, but it's going to be interesting that they're giving her this trajectory in the first place. Like, the fact that she's going to have a child, like,
Yeah, and I think it
major.
also it doesn't help that she lost her son last season in like a brutal fashion, and she witnessed the entire thing. So it's probably like extra personal to her. She's probably thinking to herself, "My firstborn son just got his head chopped off. Now you want me to get rid of my next child?" Like
My
it's
unborn
probably,
child.
or yeah, my unborn child. It just probably doesn't sit well with her.
Yeah, no, and I don't blame her. I don't blame her at all. I mean, it's a tough situation to be in, but it's like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. So unfortunately for them, Mysaria knows that the tea was delivered to the bedroom. So she decides to pay them a visit, which forces Alicent to drink the moon tea herself to cover for Helena. But then later in the episode, Mysaria catches them trying to escape, but Alicent manages to convince her to keep it a secret from Rhaenyra. Now, I don't know about you, but for Mysaria to hold one secret from Rhaenyra is one thing, but to hold two is pretty risky. So, like, what's your game here?
Bro, she's Team Small Folk. I mean, I don't really get what she gains by sparing Alicent and helping Alicent in any way. I really don't see what it is. Unless she's trying to keep the Greens on somewhat of an even playing field against the Blacks for whatever reason. But
I
I
mean,
would
she might
expect.
see like that, Rhaenyra doesn't exactly have the most stable reign right now.
Mhm,
She might see, like some holes in the ship,
mhm.
might want to win some favor over it just in case,
Yeah.
like you never know what happens, right?
Yeah, but I'd expect that more from Laris Strong because he's literally the perfect person to do that. But I mean, I guess she's like the Laris for Team Black, right? So I guess she gets to play like
Never
a
trust
little.
Spy Master
Yeah,
or the
dude, you
Master
can't.
of Whispers.
Yeah, they're the worst. Um, so yeah, I mean, it's tough. I don't really know what her game is. I mean, I feel like she's just gonna keep causing unrest within the small folk. I mean, there's the whole fucking murder mystery going on now with the city watch
Yeah,
for
I
them.
find it super weird. We're gonna go into that more in a bit, but I find it weird that she hasn't put her 2 cents into that
Hmm.
because damn well she has eyes and ears around the city. She
Everywhere.
knows something, or she knows someone that knows something, and she hasn't said anything.
No, of course not, dude. She's withholding information too. Again, I don't know why. I mean, uh, maybe she really just wants to defy the hierarchy and kind of watch everything crumble and you know
Yeah, actually, what I would love to see in the next episode for Damon to confront her about that.
Yeah, I want them to have a moment already. They're just giving each other like sneak disses while they're at the fucking small council, and now we have Sabbatha Frey. I'm guessing that's who she is, Lady Frey joining the small council and having what is it, Torin Manderly give her the rundown.
They're running
Like,
around.
yeah, that's the Sea Snake's bastard, and that's the whore, the White Worm. It's like what?
I mean, yeah, she needed to know what was up because she was the new kid in the class, and it's a new city, so she doesn't know anybody except that one guy, which
Yeah,
was Torin Manderly. So she needed him to kind of introduce her to the rest of the class.
it's crazy, dude. I thought that was a pretty funny scene. Like, really, like Rhaenyra's small council just keeps looking like a joke every time there's like a meeting.
Yeah, I mean, it can't get worse than the last time we saw it when it was like bare bones.
Yeah, when there was like two people.
So I guess it's a little bit better now. She's kind of like at least there's bodies there
Yeah,
and not just empty seats.
yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah, but back to my Saria and Alicent. So that was probably one of my favorite interactions of the episode,
Hmm.
and not just because of my Saria, but Alicent too. Because
Hmm.
I'm just really happy that she finally decided to get in the game. Because her character is like so much more interesting when she's actually playing the game instead of
Right.
just running out the clock till the war is over,
Hmm.
which is what I feel like she's been doing the entire season.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's clear that my Saria is playing her own game, and I think Alicent kind of reminded her of who she was.
Hmm.
That my Saria has never really been someone that allied with one side or the other.
Hmm.
She was literally like with Damon while like informing on him to Otto. Like she's
Hmm.
always been playing both sides in a way,
That's
or
true.
doing her own thing.
Hmm.
And I think everything up until now has been really subtle with her. But I think these scenes with Alicent are like the first major indication that she'll betray Rhaenyra one day, or at
Mhm.
least do something that is not in her favor.
Right. No, I agree with you. I mean, I feel like she's being kind of like a snake now, and time to show her fangs. Like you said, she was with Daemon and she was selling his secrets to Otto Hightower the entire time. She's the one who gave them Aegon when they were looking for them.
Yeah,
So
imagine that in episode one, that ride to when Viserys banishes Daemon and
mhm,
Daemon takes Mysaria with him on Caraxes.
mhm.
That ride to Dragonstone where Damon's probably venting and Masara's like, yeah, it must
That's
be tough.
crazy. That's crazy. Anyway, I'm about to get paid for that. Thanks.
Speaking of Damon, let's pivot to him and Rhaenyra. So it turns out that the crown has another major problem because it looks like Ormond Hightower is orchestrating a campaign from Tumbleton
Hmm.
to assassinate members of the City Watch. But surprisingly, this isn't really at the top of Rhaenyra's priority list. She thinks that finding Vagar is more important than, protecting the Go Cloaks, getting them paid and whatnot.
Hmm.
And this is kind of where her and Damon disagree once again on how to go about things.
Hmm.
So, what do you think? Do you think the right move was to send him to find Vagar or to handle the business with the City Watch?
No, I'm with Damon here. You got to take care of your city first, right? Like, there's a whole murder mystery
Yeah,
going
I
on,
agree 100%.
right? Like, your police force is literally falling down every day. And now I guess poor people or small folk don't have ravens; they have pigeons that can send messages.
Yeah,
So
up in
fucking
the game.
yeah, dude. I was like, okay, so Ormond is out here really playing the game with this
I
murder
kind of
mystery
like
shit.
that because, if someone saw a raven, they would probably think like, yo, where's that coming from?
But a
But if
pigeon,
you just see a pigeon, you're not really going to think much of it, right? So I
yeah,
like that.
that's that flea bottom engineering at its finest, right there.
So yeah, I don't think it's an easy decision for sure, but I do think the right move was to take care of the City Watch because
Hmm.
without them, Rhaenyra would basically be exposed to any threat that would come her way,
Yeah, the
and
city
I don't
watch.
think she realizes the danger that she's in. But Damon does, right?
Hmm.
I mean, like these people aren't even getting paid, and now they're dropping like flies. You'd think that instead of being, grateful that Damon took it upon himself to kind of like rally the troops to make sure that they remain loyal and committed to the job, Rhaenyra instead is kind of like upset that he's kind of like going against her will again.
Right. It's like, hey, bro, just fucking listen to me and do what I say. Go after Vagar. But it's like Damon's right. Nobody ever listens to Damon. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, if he didn't do that, then by the time halfway to the Riverlands on Caraxes to find Vagar,
Hmm.
the city probably would have fallen,
Yeah,
in my
literally.
opinion.
That shit would have crumbled. He needs to be there holding the city watch down. Once that shit is solved, then Damon can go and find Vagar. But, I mean, I'm sure we'll see him leave King's Landing this season. I don't know how much we'll see after that, but we'll see.
Is there anything that stood out to you about that scene that where he like rallies the troops and gives that speech or whatnot?
Yeah, no, I mean, I liked it. Here he goes, super ambitious. Like, we're going to conquer Dorne, and we're going to get Bravos, and we're going to get this, and we're going to get that, the 12 kingdoms. We're going to make Valyria new. And it's like, all right, bro, you're getting a little carried away, but fuck it. I mean, you're hyping the men up. You're going to tell them you're going to pay them double. When, shit. If you got that big ass dragon, I'm fighting right there with you, bro. That was a great move for the City
It's
Watch.
funny because Damon's out here promising double, but Rhaenyra's the one that has to cast a check in.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're not wrong, but that's, it's how he moves.
Yeah. So let's bring it back to the Sept of Baelor real quick. This scene kind of like stood out to me because of the like prophetic or religious undertone that it presented.
Hmm.
Because like there's like a recurring theme in Rhaenyra's character arc where she thinks she's like destined to be on the throne,
Right.
and obviously Adam claiming sea smoke at the perfect time, and then Daemon seeing her on the throne in his vision was kind of like her confirmation bias. But now she's like really confused as to why she's facing all these challenges. So, which is why I think she was at the Sept of Baelor, like praying and trying to find some answers.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was very, ironic that they were speaking Valyrian in a sept. Damon pretty much saying like, "Yo, we don't even believe in these gods. Like, what are you doing here?"
That's why he when he got there, he was laughing.
Yeah, he's like, "I thought this was a
He's
joke."
You know damn well Damon doesn't believe in the seven.
No way, dude. He's Valyrian to the core, right? So then he's like, they're not even the same language. Like people are looking at them. So I mean, no, it's funny. I like the scene, right? The only thing is, she kept going in and trying Damon, like, oh, like you're this super renowned warrior, but you can't even get two men. You can't even get Aemond and Aegon. Like they've bested
And he
you.
laughs at that.
Yeah, he's like, ah, very funny. You're better than this, and then he leaves.
Yeah, I just think Damon is at that point in the marriage or in his life where he doesn't have time to argue. I kind of like that about his like character growth, where he got to the point where he's just like nodding
Hmm.
and leaving
Yeah,
instead of like crashing
blowing
out.
up. Yeah, that's good, bro. It's showing the maturity in him.
It's that growth. It could be a little toxic sometimes, but I think it's growth to where he was at
Yeah.
before.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, but I think he takes that to heart because we'll kind of get to this later on. But if you've seen the preview to the next episode,
Hmm.
we see him in disguise as
It's
a
a
gold
gold
cloak,
cloak. Yeah.
trying to like, get to the bottom of it. So he probably took that challenge to heart. And he's like, you know what, I'm gonna do this myself.
Yeah, another reckless plan by Damon, right? Like when he had the war at the Stepstones and he kind of ran 1v20 just to bait out the guys from the
The
caves.
craft reader.
Yeah. Now he's baiting out whoever's doing the murders of the City Watch. Like he puts himself in danger time and time again, and he ends up thriving in it. That's what he does, bro. He's a fucking warrior.
Yeah, he likes to get down and dirty. He likes to get in the mud.
Yeah,
Literally.
he's who Aemon thinks he is. This is who he wants to. He aspires to be Damon.
Yeah, he's him.
Yeah.
Do you think in the next episode he'll find like that guy that's kind of working with Ormond, the one sending the messages?
Yeah. I would think so. I would say that the City Watch murder mystery will probably end the next episode. And also, I mean, I'm sure the Dragon Seeds are gonna pull up to Tumbleton too, and that'll kind of put some pressure on Ormond to chill the fuck out, or they're gonna get roasted alive. So let's move on to my favorite two knuckleheads, Aegon and Larys. Right? Well, dude, it was just insane to me. Right? We've been talking about this since the Battle of the Gullet, but fucking Tylan Lannister in the flesh, pulling up out of nowhere to chill with
A
Aegon and
reveal
Larys.
reminiscent of like a Marvel
He
reveal.
just pulled up. He's like, "Where are we sailing?" And he has his hood on with like a fucking cup of ale.
Like Captain America in Infinity War.
Yo, straight
I'm
up,
here.
dude. What did you think about Silent, dude? I can't believe it. He's alive.
Yeah, I had hope that he was still alive.
I knew it, dude. I knew it.
Yeah, I think we both did after we saw him go down in the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it just paints a better picture for the future of the story after the dance.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it also like breathes new life into Aegon's comeback, because I feel like after last episode we saw him hit like an all-time low.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was literally licking the boot off of some random guy.
Yeah.
And now is when we're gonna see him like claw his way back into the game. Now he has, Tylan's back. We're assuming that Sunfire will also be back. So yeah, I think this is the start of his comeback.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And he even got his vengeance on the guy he bootlicked, right? The guy found his
Yeah,
throne.
I like
and
that he was
"Gregor?"
like, and you will refer to me as your grace.
Yeah, bro. I was like, let's go. We got Aegon back, bro. Stab the fuck out of that boy. He goes, "Oh, Gregor, was it?" And he goes, "Nah, your grace." That was amazing. And it was great because all of this happened, right after Aegon was bitched at pretty much by Larys and called out for his huge entitlement, and now he's had every chance and he's pretty much thrown it away to just fucking drink and not give a fuck about
that
anything.
was such a good scene.
Yeah, man, Larys is fucking killing it.
Yeah, it's like for someone like Larys who was born with that defect, the clubfoot or whatever.
Right.
I think it just like rubbed him the wrong way to hear Aegon blame like an entire life's worth of failure on Aemond when he never had any of those advantages.
Mm-hmm.
And he had like every reason to sit back and whine, but he found a way to work his way up in spite of it.
Mm-hmm.
So like hearing Aegon, Prince of the Realm, has like the finest teachers, the finest maesters, has a dragon, cry about how unfair his life has been.
The heir to the throne.
There's just like, bro, not to me. Like anyone Not to me though.
Yeah,
Like you're not
bro.
gonna sit here and complain about this. Like you fucked up the perfect opportunity to be great,
Yeah. No.
and he was right.
And he was 100% spot on. And I feel like that's how you got to talk to someone like Aegon, because like he would just yell at Laris every time. He's like, "Stop telling me what to do, fuck you guys!" Like, and then he would just blow up over everything. Like, I think it's a hilarious character, but yeah, I mean, for Laris to kind of get this guy on board, you know, he's kind of he realized that he couldn't keep like just letting him do whatever, because first of all, he doesn't even have good ideas. He's just trying to walk around everywhere, bro. Like, let's just go to Harrenhal.
Yeah, Laris was kind of trying to hint that like, so we're just gonna walk 100 leagues to Harrenhal in
Yeah,
the middle of a war,
yeah.
like,
Aegon's like,
like
yeah, yeah.
knowing that Laris has a clubfoot and he's also somewhat crippled. Like it was gonna take them like 5 years.
Yeah. And then he's like, no, no, this is the way. This is the way. It's like, Laris is like, all right, bro, this guy's a fucking idiot. I got to do something about this.
Yeah, but I think obviously we don't see like Aegon's response to Laris after that rant, but we can only assume that he kind of like, you know, gritted his teeth and kind of accepted what he said, or at least
Come to terms
like
with
he
it, at
went along
least.
with it, you know,
Mhm.
because at the end of the day, he knows it himself. like, like he had he had the silver spoon. Like he might have not had the best parents
Mhm.
because you know Viserys didn't really like any of his children with Alicent. I
Mhm.
think that's well known, but he still had everything else, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
No, no, you're right.
Like there are a lot of people in Westeros that are worse off than Aegon, despite
Dude,
the
yeah.
parents.
Aegon is fried. Like, he literally threw away everything, drunk driving his dragon. Like, literally. That's what Laris was saying. And then it's exactly what he did.
Yeah, you pulled up to a fight that you weren't invited to. That
Drunk
was
as
the
fuck on a fucking nuke.
All right, so let's talk about what's happening over at Tumbleton. So we see Daron and Orman playing Savas, which is basically like the Westeros version of chess. And in my opinion, this scene is kind of like a microcosm of the entire episode because Orman is using strategy to beat Rhaenyra. But anyways, we actually see Daron beat Ormond, which is funny. And yeah, what were your thoughts on that?
I mean, dude, it was as poetic as it gets, right? After Ormond was talking about like how the high tires, Ormond was talking about how the high towers have such this great history, not dry at all, right? Being offended when Daeron said dry, right? Like, as the Targaryens can't just show up anywhere with dragons and clean up a war, and then Daeron literally just that on the Sivas table with the dragon and wipes out his board and loses.
Do you think that was foreshadowing?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's pretty much telling him that like you're not winning without dragons, buddy. Even though you don't even let Daeron like bond with his own dragon. That guy is chained up inside. So it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I thought it was ironic that Ormond lost to the one piece on the board that represents a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely setting up to the moment where Daeron uses Tessarion.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll probably be a situation where he doesn't listen to Ormond and or something like that, and he
Mhm.
decides to use Tessarion to save the day
Mhm.
or to like turn the tide of a battle or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm waiting. Like, TikTok, brother. I've been waiting for Daeron to have his moment for a minute already. So I mean, now is as good a time as ever.
Yeah, for what it's worth, I think especially after this scene, I think they're setting it up pretty well.
Yeah. No. I'm hyped. I'm hyped to see Daeron's potential and how he chooses to move forward. I mean, they got Ormond giving out Daeron books for the murder of City Watchmen. So, but as far as the Sivas game goes and this guy raging again, I thought it was cool that Gawain was telling, Criston Cole a story about how he would let Ormond win the race to the high tower because if he was such a
So he
sword
wouldn't
loser.
rage, yeah.
Yeah, so he wouldn't fucking rage. And it's like, okay, like this guy's one of those. Like, I can't wait to see this guy get a taste of his own medicine.
Do you think it'll be this season?
Ormond? Yeah. I feel like this season, I mean, I would assume he's getting clapped this season, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, at the climax, which we can assume would be Tumbleton from what the season is like building up towards.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but I like how the scene was set up as well because John Roxton is telling him like, hey, like we're low on men, we're low on resources, we're low on supplies. Like, the city at the end of the day, Tumbleton wasn't really built out to be this stronghold or this like military fortress.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ormond is rolling up the message, and he's like, without saying anything, he's like, "Bro, don't even worry about it. Like, I'm cooking up something right now as we speak, so we might not even need the men and the resources. Like, just let me cook."
Yeah, he's not even stressing a little bit, bro.
And then it like transitions into the Savas, which obviously involves strategy, and like we got the lore from Dorne on how like Mario Martell used strategy to kind of evade Aegon and his dragons.
Beat the dragons, yeah. And then just all that just to lose anyway to the dragon. He's not Dorne, bro. He's not Dorne. He's not him.
He thinks he is, but
yeah, I mean,
he's gonna get humbled.
Hightower's dry history, bro. Oh, what? You got to fight the Greyjoys? Who the fuck in Westerosi history hasn't had to deal with the Greyjoys and the fucking Ironborn? Nobody wants to deal with those scum.
Yeah, at some point, the entire west coast of Westeros has dealt with
dude, even the North, dude. The North are fucking all the way up there, and they got to deal with Ironborn raiders. These guys are a plague.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, we even see one inland at Harrenhal.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, wow.
Bounty.
Trying to get fucking barbarians, dude.
Yeah. How did you feel about the lore drop with Dorne?
I mean, dude, it's just literally felt like this guy was going on an audiobook of Fire and Blood, like literally, regurgitating that same speech about Miria and how, they would disappear into the sands and then come out and murder everybody that would stay. So no, I mean, I like it. I like that there's been a lot of Dorne references, even though, Dorne isn't even in the fold technically yet. It hasn't even been conquered. So I like it.
Do you think one day we'll get like a kind of like a continuation to House of the Dragon where we see that?
Shit, I would hope. It really keeps going. I mean, I would love to see, the reign of Aegon the Third, Aegon the Fourth, definitely, right? That one would be a jam-packed.
I think if they were to make another spinoff aside from the Sea Smoke, not the Sea Smoke, sorry, the Sea Snake show that they've been talking about, I think that one would probably be another good idea because it has like a little bit of everything as far as like the drama, the action.
Yeah, dude. Aegon the Fourth and the Blackfire Rebellions. I mean, it's just kind of like some cross-reference with Dunk and Egg, but it would be cool to get the royalty point of view during those times. Yeah, the Great Bastards, Blood Raven, Bitter Steel, Daemon. That should be cool.
Yeah, they got to keep it coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's talk about some predictions for next episode. So, or based off the preview.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we see Rhaenyra at the Vale. What do you think is going on there?
Dude, honestly, I have no idea why she would show her face again unless they found her. But I feel like Rhaenyra probably came voluntarily, but I just don't know what her game plan is. Unless she just like, hey, like I need food or...
I think that's what it is, honestly. I mean, you can only eat burnt goat for so long.
Yeah. Dude.
After being a highborn lady or growing up a highborn lady for her entire life, basically.
Yeah.
Now she's only eating burnt goat.
And sheep just is getting stolen. No, I mean, I don't really know what she's cooking. What I was mostly hyped for was the whole Daemon posing as a city watchman and seeing how he's going to uncover this whole plot that Ormond has going on.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably going to be like acting Lord Commander because, so yeah, Luther Largent dies in this episode at the end, which, we didn't talk about. How did you feel about the ending?
Dude, I loved it. A Feast for Traitors. Dude, what
a really good ending.
What a great way to end an episode. That shit really made it go top tier for me.
That's like the cliffhanger that we would get every episode for when Game of Thrones was airing.
Oh man, yeah. That's the type of shit, bro.
Level, yeah, that's the level of cliffhanger we used to get every episode.
Man, I missed that. I really liked it. That shock factor was there. All of his city watchmen looking like the Last Supper, all dead on their tables. It was a very powerful scene. I loved it. Damon's face, Matt Smith killed it. Great way to end the episode.
Yeah, I feel like it was like this way of showing Daemon, because I feel like whoever is behind this kind of assumed or was one step ahead of Daemon, obviously, because they wanted him to see the message. So it's kind of just this moment where it's like, you can't beat us at this game. Like, we're one step ahead of you and there's nothing you could do about it. So yeah. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, no, they definitely set the tone with that one. So that's why I'm ready to see Damon reacting after that scene and what they did to his brothers, pretty much.
Yeah, because I mean, throughout the episode, he kind of talked about how personal it was for him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he literally rejected Rhaenyra's order to handle the city watch because he feels like a strong connection to them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's the one who founded them, right? Damon gave us these cloaks. No matter what way you turn them, they're always gold.
Yeah, he's gonna make sure to get revenge
Yeah.
for whoever's doing this. But yeah, we also see back to the preview. We also see the dragon seeds at Tumbleton.
Ooh.
So what do you think is going on there?
We're finally gonna see them do something. I wonder what it's gonna be. It's gonna be Ulf and Hugh pulling up to Tumbleton. It looks like they're talking shit in one scene or like kind of sneaking up on somebody. So I'm curious to see how this is gonna play out. But I'm sure this is gonna be the episode they finally do something.
Yeah, I think this might be the episode where we see Ulf turn or get an offer of some sort from Aemond.
Right.
Maybe something along those lines. I definitely think there'll be a scene where he's telling Hugh about being mistreated this whole time.
They treat you like shit too. Some shit like that, bro. He's like, dude, he's like, I can't even go to the pub anymore.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna see him rant about that.
Yeah, there's no way I can't go to the taverns anymore. What do you mean? That's the best place in the world. I may as well not even be alive.
Yeah.
No, and then we also have more of Aemond and Alice, seeing how their romance plays out, right? I wonder if we'll see Vhagar at all. Curious to see what happens with their story.
And Aemond is wearing the eye patch again, which I thought was interesting.
Oh, maybe he gets his confidence back, right? Maybe showing his sapphire eye to Alice was like him being like his most vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
And then, now when he gets his eye patch, he's like, okay, I gained my confidence back. And, kind of takes it from there.
Do you think we'll see a flashback or any more visions
I hope.
for Aemond?
I hope. I want to see some. I want to see some of his visions, right? I like the ones that we saw from Aemond.
I think it would be trippy if, you know how Helena showed up in one of Daemon's visions?
Yeah.
If we see her show up in one of Aemon's visions.
That would be great. I would love to see it, honestly.
I mean, she's keeping a tab on him. She literally tells Alicent that he's still at Harrenhal.
And he's burning. Yeah.
Yeah, but without fire.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. I like that. I like Helena's just so funny, dude. But
yeah, whenever she has a line, it's like it has humor to it, or it's like
unintentionally funny.
Yeah, it's unintentionally funny because she's like very innocent, but funny at the same time.
Yeah, I agree, dude. I'm hyped. I'm hyped for the next episode 6, right? I feel like we're almost at the finish line. Yeah, it's almost over, man. I can't believe it. These weeks have flown by.
Yeah, if only it was 10 episodes, then we would be at the halfway point. But
if only. If only, dude. But you know how that goes.
I'm really hoping. Yeah, I'm really hoping that season 4 will be 10 episodes, but it probably won't.
Yeah, you can keep hoping.
Yeah, but all right, that's gonna do it for this one. Make sure to go check out the Clank & Dragons channel. I'll leave a link in the description, and be on the lookout for next week's episode review.
See you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.